Good evening and welcome to ThaiPBS World. On the outset of the Prayut government, there were talks about the so-called political cobras. Back then, it wasn't immediately clear to most people as to what this term really meant. It was only a matter of time, however, that these political vipers began to rear their ugly heads. Last week, they were out in full force to save the day for the government in the test of political strength in the House, and in the process, trigger speculation about what will happen next.
For days last week, it was obvious that the Prayut government was on the ropes. It was on the verge of losing the struggle to muster a quorum in the House to defeat a motion to set up a panel to probe impacts of executive orders issued by General Prayut Chan-o-cha when he was head of the now defunct military junta. But thanks to a group of renegade MPs from the opposition, the government was able to save itself from what would have been its biggest political embarrassment. The opposition wanted Prayut to be held accountable for many of the executive orders issued under the former interim constitution that it claimed violated human rights and basic democratic principles. Overturning the motion was no doubt a victory for the government, but it also came as a reminder of how fragile its support in the House is. In fact, with only a razor-thin majority, its political longevity has been a big question mark from day one. But past political lessons certainly offer the government some comfort. It can always count on the service of the so-called political cobras. These are politicians who, for various reasons, are ready to change their party allegiance. And of course, this is not the first time that we see these vipers rearing their ugly heads. In fact, it has become a norm that helped coalition governments with slim majority to survive.
On December the 4th, the opposition parties had hoped that their boycott of the House session would preempt a quorum called by the government. But to their shock, 10 of the opposition MPs decided to stay behind, helping the government to reach a quorum and to eventually defeat the motion. But to most political observers, it wasn't a victory that the government should be proud of. Instead, it should be a rude awakening for the coalition.
The 10 renegade MPs are from 4 of the 7 opposition parties. They include Pheu Thai, Future Forward, New Economics, and Pracha Chat Thai parties, whose leaderships have been openly critical of Prime Minister Prayut. The MPs claim that they decided to defy the opposition's boycott of the House session out of concerns that more political squabbles would prevent the country from moving forward and disappoint the people. But key opposition leaders have a different explanation for what happened. They claim that huge sums of money changed hands while some rebel MPs were promised help with legal cases they are facing. It's noticeable that 4 of the 6 MPs of the New Economics Party, founded by Ming Kwan Sangsuwan, did not join the boycott. Ming Kwan and another MP of the party were also conspicuously absent from the chamber. For all its consistent criticism of the Prayut government, the Future Forward must have been obviously shocked to find out that there are also rebels in its midst. While the opposition has to do its own soul-searching to find out what went wrong, the Prayut government also has to take stock of its political situation. What happened only demonstrates how precarious its political situation is. Counting on the service of political cobras may be part of the common political expediency. But the question is how much longer the government is willing to be held hostage by such situation. There are still many political challenges around the corner facing the Prayut government, and that means every single vote in the House counts. One of them is the proposal by the opposition parties to amend the constitution. Though the government might take comfort from the fact that it has the Senate on its side, there is no guarantee that members of the coalition will vote in unison on the issue. The fact that 4 of the MPs of the Democrat Party, a key member of the coalition, voted in favor of the failed motion, sent a clear signal that political rebellion is not confined only to the opposition bloc. Observers believe that the rebellion on both sides of the aisle could be a cause for political rethinking by the Prayut government, which knows it cannot continue to count on support of rebel MPs of the opposition party on a case-by-case basis. There is a strong likelihood that the opposition's renegade MPs will be co-opted to officially switch sides to ensure their loyalty to the coalition. But again, there is no guarantee that their loyalty will be permanently assured. Past lessons have shown that once a cobra, always a cobra. And no matter how frustrated Prayut may feel with the current situation, there's a limit to what he can do given the existing power structure. Reports about a possible cabinet reshuffle aimed at the Democrat Party are more likely to be nothing more than speculation floated by those in the government who want to send a signal to their rebellious Democrat MPs that the action would not be tolerated and they have to toe the line in the future.
As the year draws to a close, amid reports of clash among coalition members, the priority for the Prayut government seems to be how to get its own house in order, because the coming year promises to be no less politically stormy. And that's all for ThaiPBS World tonight. Thank you for watching.